Hey everybody, it is Friday afternoon. I know you're not even sure what day it is. I'm not really either. But I am coming to you from my house. I'm Jenny Judd, from a little house in Bedford. I am part of the Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art collective / group of awesome people who are putting together some lessons for you this week. And so I'm actually by myself. If you've been tuning in this week, you know you've had Morgan and Michael and the team, but frankly, I had a little bit of a cough this morning. And so we decided that we better be safer than sorry. So I'm coming at you live by myself. Can you believe that? Just me and you. And we're going to make some art today. So we're going to do collage. Do you know what collage is? It's glue and paper. So basically, if you don't have some supplies yet, don't freak out. I'm not going to rush. We have a whole hour. And so what I'm going to do is show you some glue stuff because I want liquid glue. And then I'm going to show you some of the paper stuff. And then I'll show you kind of what it's going to look like at the end. So a collage is when you take different pieces of paper and you glue them onto another piece of paper or a canvas. We're going to use a canvas today. But you can see I love to use lots of bright colors. And we're going to talk a little bit about what the primary colors are and the secondary colors are and then complementary colors. If you know anything about color, you know that it's the best. I love color. I mean, come on, look around. It's the best. That's why I was like, I got to wear purple. But there's also a lot to it. So I'm not going to make it hard. I'm going to keep it to KISS. How about this? Watch this. I'm going to say KISS. K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, sweetie. We're going to keep it simple, sweetie. But I want you to learn a little bit of something while we're at it. So, glue. This is going to be just fine. Elmer's glue. Love it. I like to use matte medium. This is an acrylic paint-based product, but works just like glue. You can, if you've got other kinds of paste, oh my gosh, I have about 7,000 different kinds. You can use those too. I don't really recommend rubber cement. And glue sticks will probably be okay, but you're probably not going to get like a real shiny finish when we're done. This matte medium, well, the matte's going to be matte anyway. But either way. So you're going to want something gluey. Then you're going to want a surface to put it on. A piece of paper, canvas, piece of cardboard. Whatever. Go get something out of the trash can. We can do good recycling. This is a great project for recycling because we're going to use little pieces of paper. So that's over here where I got my stacks. You can use any kind of paper scraps. When I'm talking about blue, these are things that are left over from other art projects, came out of a magazine. You rock, blue rocks. Look at these art magazines. Ooh, how about this? Here's even a map. Look at that ocean. That's a perfect blue. So, oh, I can't even believe it's fell on the ground. Look at this pretty paper. Some paper is even prettier than others. This came from Italy. Remember back whenever we were allowed to go on vacations? I went on a vacation to Italy, and they made this painted paper. It's called marbled paper. Isn't that pretty? We're going to use some of that too. So I'm going to give you a sec. Go find yourself some glue, find yourself a surface, and find yourself some scraps. The more color you have, the better, frankly, in my opinion. But I'm not going to grade this or anything, so it's okay. In the meantime, moms, dads, teenagers, coffee. I promise there's nothing in here but coffee. Maybe a little coconut creamer just to keep it a little tropical on a day like today, a little overcast. But while you figure out your supply situation, get your work table set up, let me tell you why I'm here. So I never went to school for art. Well, I did one semester. I gotta tell you, it was hard. All those classes and projects. But I learned a lot during just that one semester. Plus, for about, oh my goodness, I'd say probably 15 years, I've been going to workshops. I've gone to workshop, even internationally. I got to go to a workshop in Paris once with one of my favorites. And so the stuff that I'm going to teach you today, I'm not an expert. I just really love it. I have fun, and I've learned from a lot of other folks. Oh, Gail, yep, food magazines are fantastic, especially the ones with rich, buttery sauces. Oh. And, oh, Amina wants to see the green chick. Well, let me lead into the green chick. So I've gotten to go to a lot of workshops, a lot of different places. And so before, I'm going to give you a list, and I'll hold it up at the end. But I have been inspired by a lot of artists and masters of color that lead me to where I am today. So names I want you to look up. Donna Downey. I go visit her occasionally down in North Carolina. Dina Wakley. I'm telling you, yum. The way she draws faces, it just makes me so happy. Jane Davenport. Ooh, I'm a Davin Peep, if that makes any difference. She's also got some really amazing books. Tam Laporte, who I actually met in a workshop with Jane. So cool. Then we got Kathy Taylor. She taught me about the color and alcohol inks. She's down in Mexico now. Annie Lockhart. Oh, one of my favorite pieces I ever painted ever was in a workshop with her. And then Annie Hammond. I only met her online during a workshop, but she taught me different ways to use color. And so these ladies, I just want to shout out a little bit and share some of the love. In addition to my Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art team. So Amina asked about this face back here. The Green Lady. This is a color study that I did during a class down at Donna's studio. I know she looks a little bit creepy because it's like a witch. But what I was trying to do was say you can use different colors in different ways as long as you do the value. You know what the value is? The dark versus the light. So while she could be a normal face, it's a normal face person. I mean, it looks totally normal, but it's green. I know, it makes you want to go see Wicked, doesn't it? I love that show. Look, here she is again. Another version. Okay, so let's get to this. Anybody familiar with the color wheel? Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, oh, we know that. We learned that a long time ago. Way back when. Well, that's where we're going to start this discussion today. So there's primary colors, right? Didn't we talk about that? What do you think they are? How about yellow, red, and blue? Which I just pointed to the wrong one. It's this one. Sorry, it's orangey red. There's too many colors here. Anyway, so we're going to focus first on yellow, red, and blue. There are primary colors. So how about on our paper, or whatever surface you're working on, we're going to do a little drawing of a triangle. Because this is going to be our color wheel. Doesn't have to be perfect. Can you see this? Yes. So up here on this part of the triangle, I'm going to draw some circles. You didn't even know this was going to be geometry class too. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. But we're going to do our primary colors in these areas. So one of these is going to be what? Blue. One of them is going to be yellow. And one of them is going to be red. It makes me want to say, drop dead Fred, rhymes with red. Okay, so now you're like, well, how are we going to get the color on there? We're not going to paint. Oh no, we're going to paint with paper. That's what collage is all about. So where's my blue stack that I had? Start with blue. Get in your magazine, your food magazine. There's got to be something blue in there. I'm sure there's a fancy blue kitchen. And then you're going to get your, what's that called? Glue. I'm going to use this matte medium. I have to open it first. Oh! Maybe I'm going to be using something else. Oh, here's another bottle of it. Oh! Guess what? It's glue. And it glued the lid on. Really? I can't believe I didn't even think about this. So you guys keep digging through your papers. Rip them or cut them with scissors. You can do either one. I'm going to go get this open. Oh my goodness. Success! It just took a little bit of a screwdriver. Pry it open. All right, you'll see that this looks just about like regular old glue. As well, that's what it is. It's called a medium because it's when you mix pigment with it, color, it would become paint. So when you say mixed media, mediums, this is one of the mediums we're using today. Oops, I just wiped it on my pants. Okay, so next, got to get a brush, right? Probably didn't tell you that, did I? Sorry. Now you need a brush. You can use one of those little sponges. I like to use a big brush. And because this is water soluble, meaning I can put it in water and get it off, I also have my little jug of water right here, so I can rinse my brush. So first things first, you want to see how this is done? It's super hard. Watch this. I'm going to rip this little piece of paper. Use a little piece of glue. I'm going to put some matte medium on my surface. Then I'm going to put the paper on top. And then I'm going to put more glue on top. Look at that. I put some underneath it, then on top of it. That helps it stick and stay smooth. Is that close enough? Can you see that? I'll run over the cat. My cat around here, that's Shelby. So if you see her, just say hi. She loves being a part of the action, so don't be scared. Let's see. How about this? Look at this crazy picture. Is that, it's probably a beer. A beer and a goat and some salami. But look at that pretty blue sky. I am getting some blue sky in this baby. So now I'm going to put another piece here. You can overlap it. Look at that. Now, do those blues look a little different? Yes, they do. One's got a little blue, one's got a little purple, one's got a little green. That's okay. We're going for blue. Pick a blue. Oh, look at this one. This came from an art magazine. It's some kind of fancy picture. I just ripped it apart. So now I'm going to put some blue on here. More blue. And I'm pretty generous with my glue, my medium. It's okay. The other thing that I like to have around, I should have mentioned this too, is a towel, because I'm probably going to touch it. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to have sticky fingers. I don't know if you get glue and put it on your hands and then you peel it off, how nice that can be. Well, sometimes it's easier just to wipe it off and it's wet. Okay. So there we got blue started. Blue is my color. What is your favorite color? Mine is orange. There's a little bit of orange in here, I guess. We're not on to orange yet, though, are we? We're still on blue. I'm gonna keep on putting my blues on here till I fill up my circle. forgot to put it underneath, so I gotta pick it up. And let's see what else. Look at this cool thing. Oh, I don't even know what that is, but it's cool. I just think that color's so pretty. Okay. Blue velvet. Oh, I also really like to sing, but I'm not very good. So do you know, here's another cool part about blue. Here, look, this is from the map of the West Indies. I used to be in the military. Isn't that weird? I know, it's hard to believe. You guys ever see the Air Force? They're the ones with all the cool planes. They do a lot of amazing things. Well, I used to have to wear a blue suit to work every day. Maybe that's why blue. It's kind of good, but I think I got bored of wearing blue every day. So little pieces, big pieces, you name it. Blue. You want to move on to another color? What are the other primary colors? I marked them on the board. Red. Drop dead red. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Made a pile of reds. This is some more of that pretty Venetian paper. It's got a lot of different colors in it, but overall, when you look at it, it kind of just looks red. So we're putting it in the red block. Oh, look at this cool picture. That came from a magazine. It's got other colors in it too. Kind of looks like a fried egg. We're going to use that in here too. Little glue. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's a cool one. That's right. Number 1. It's red too. Ooh, this is a little bag from when I was in Paris. It's got a little mat. It's got some blue in it too, but it's got mostly red, so we're putting it in the red area. Now take note. I believe in imperfection. That means it's okay if they overlap. It's okay if they get wrinkled. It's okay if they're ripped. It's okay if they're sideways. Because you know what? In the end, it's going to be awesome. Just wait. You have to trust me. So do not get upset if your lines are crooked or your edges are ripped or you get glue on your hands. Because this is really, I mean, it'll wash off your hands. And in the end, when you see when it's done, I think you're going to be really surprised. So do not get caught up in the details. Just go for it. Speaking of going for it, look at that. Oh my goodness. Now I suddenly want a cupcake. Put these cupcakes on here. Oh, I just ripped some of the cupcakes off. Has anybody been baking lately? I think I'm going to call my mom and tell her I need some chocolate chip cookies. Doesn't that sound good? Maybe some cupcakes. Let's see. Here's a fancy piece of paper. Just got some pink. Right here. Let's see. One more in the red zone. How about that? The red zone. Some red. What else do you think of when you think of red? You think of fire, you think of heat, you think of be careful or stop. I think of this is the best part of the thing. Red. Go red. All right. Red's going over here. Oh. Okay. Third one of our primaries. Ready for this? Yellow. I have trouble saying that. Yellow. 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 Yellow submarine. Guess what we're going to do? No blue, no yellow. Look at that little sunshine. That makes me happy. What else is over here? Oh, here's a little, I don't know what that is. Little polka dots. Polka dizzles. Oh, look, here's a map of, I think that's Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, yeah, that is an awesome place. They have a lot of yellow in their map. What do you think of when you think of yellow? Sunshine, happy face. How about be careful, yellow light, slow down. How about, what do you think? You gotta tell me. You gotta get in there and tell me. I'm just gonna go with happy face. Yeah. Did you ever hear the soda called Mellow Yellow? It's kind of like Mountain Dew, but it's yellow. It's crazy. We have that at my old job. It's really sweet and yummy. Mellow Yellow. Make sure my pants don't fall down. Good grief. Look at this pretty picture. This is one of my favorite artists from South Carolina, Smith. And, gosh, so pretty. I shouldn't rip it up. Jennifer Smith Rogers. Anyway, so we're going to take some of this yellow in the clouds and use it in ours. Oh, here's a funny one. Look at this. Look at this napkin. You can use napkins for collage too. They work out really well. We're going to use this little flag. There we go. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be awesome. Let me do one more bit of yellow here. This is tissue paper. It's kind of like you would get from a store in a bag. It's great for this stuff. Yellow. Okay. So, you ready to move to the next one? If we just did primary, what do you think is next? Primary is 1. What comes after 1? 2. So we're going to secondary colors. Okay, now move my yellow out of the way. My yellow. We're going back up here. We already did a triangle, so this is primary. Guess where the secondary one's going? In between them. So we're going to draw another triangle. We're going to go from here to here to here to here. How about that? Another 3 points. So now, blue and red. What do you think blue and red makes together? We take a little blue plus a little red. It probably makes purple. Yeah! That's why I wore this purple shirt. So between blue and red, purple. Purple, purple. Okay, what about over here? Red and yellow. I told you it's my favorite color. What do you think? It's also a fruit. You got it. Orange. Orange, you glad you're here for this lesson? Oops. Oh, Doesn't have to be perfect. Didn't I say that? Yep. Okay, yellow and blue. Come on. It's the color of the grass outside. It's the color of this crazy face back here. Green. Green. That is green. Okay. Does that make sense? So now we made a 6-sided wheel. You remember what the word for that is? Remember that from school? This is your Keller hexagon. All right, ready to get into some purple? I like it purple, purple likes me. Purple is pretty. Purple. Probably should have come up with some music for this song. But you get to sing the purple song with me. The purple song with me. There we go. Put some purple on there. This is actually a paper towel from a workshop I was in a long time ago. And sometimes they came out really pretty, so we would save them. My friend Betty and I, we've gone to tons of classes together. And so she and I, we have a lot of paper. So she'll laugh when she sees this and she'll say, "Are you finally using one of those paper towels?" And I'll say, "Amazing. Yes, I am." So look there, worked just fine. How about this? Pretty scene. It's got a purple sky. So pretty. Pretty purple sky. Hope to me in the eye. Here's some purple. This is a cool print. There's green on there too. Purple magazine, purple submarine. Oh, I need one more piece of purple. Oh. That's the cool part about having paper everywhere. You can find some purple. There we go. Purple. Get that little edge down. Okay. Come on, pretty good. So red plus blue, purple. Okay. Let's go to, which one you want to do first? Orange or green? Orange or green? I think I'm going to go with orange. Yeah, I have a lot of orange paper because, well, yeah, I told you already. It's my favorite. Let's see. I don't know what that is, but it's orange. So it's going to be part of our design. Our dezizzle. In the hizzle. Oh, this is neat. So this is a coffee filter. You thought you could just make coffee with this, but this actually is a nice little piece of tissue that has some pretty orange on it that we're going to use. Oops. Something I painted probably a zillion years ago. Decided I didn't like it, so guess what? Now I get to use it. Oh, what's happening? It went crazy. It went haywire. Oh, this is pretty. I think this is construction paper. I love construction paper. This is almost looking like a flower. That's because it's springtime. Imperfect is perfect. Let's rip it up, trip it up. Not enough? Or do I need one more piece? Probably one more piece. Here's some with some fancy gold on it. Oh yeah, we're gonna use that. It's fancy. There we go. Okay, so primaries. Let's go over this again. Blue, red, yellow. Secondaries. Purple, orange, and what? Green. It's time for the green machine to show up, baby. Green is a really great color, I think. Yeah. It's probably my biggest stack. Maybe that's because there's a lot of grass pictures. Oh, here's peacocks. All right, let's use some magazine. Make our green spot. Low blue down. Put down our paper. Low blue on top. A little more glue. Oh, look, stuff. This is the stuff we're talking about. Oh, look at this cool paper. I'm not good with the light, am I? Sorry. Trying. Say, Jenny, get with it. Say, Jenny, next week when you teach us something, you better know what's going on. Look at this green. That's a pretty one. Ooh, a moth. Let me put that whole moth on. Whoops. I got part of his wing off. I think that'll be okay. Have you guys been outside a little bit today? It's kind of overcast here. I didn't mention it before. We're in Bedford, Pennsylvania. Southern Alleghenies. Get it? Southern Alleghenies Museum. Enjoying all that there is to enjoy in our houses, which frankly has actually been pretty fun. Means I get to spend some time with you. Look at this chick has green hair. We're doing that. We are doing that. Green hair. Oops. Spilled some stuff. Oh, look, here's a little euro napkin. That's the kind of money they have in Europe. Use that. Maybe just part of it. Oops. I don't want it to get in yellow. That is pretty cool, don't you think? So, basically, we just created our own color wheel. And I'm not rushing you. You can come back and work on this when you watch the video again. But we did our primaries and our secondaries. The last thing I want to talk about are compliments. Not like, hey, you look cute today, or hey, your hair looks amazing. But those are good things. Those are compliments. These are compliments. I know. I'm not even going to try to spell it for you. But what we're doing is talking about colors on the opposite side of the wheel. And when you have those pairs of colors, they really make punch. They make a big impact because there's a really nice contrast and they play well with each other. So Think about a football team or any sports team and the colors of their uniform. What kind you pretty often see red and green, blue and orange, purple and yellow. So what am I doing? I'm going across the circle. Purple and yellow, compliments. Green and red, Christmas. I mean, come on, it's Christmas. How about blue and orange? So think about it. If we're going to think about compliments, what can we put? Maybe. Oh my goodness, I just thought, where should we put our compliments? Let's think about going from blue to orange. Let's put some blue on here. And then let's put some orange next to it. See how it looks. I lost my orange stack. There it is. Ooh, look at that. Pretty. I think if you look around you in a lot of art, you will find that this happens. Again, artists do this a lot to make the complement on your color wheel. So there, a little orange in there. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? What if we put a little blue down in our orange? That looks good. Nice, nice. Maybe one more piece. So there's our compliments. Blue and orange. Love it. Okay, so what's next compliment-wise? How about green and red? Let me put a little red. Let me put a little green next to this red. And you'll see what I'm talking about. That sparkle. A little green right here. Look at that. Nice and bright. Some more of that money. So green and red are compliments. Doesn't that look good together? Oh, let's put some red up here. Red. What else do I have here? Pink's kind of red, so we're gonna put some pink in there too. There. Green and red. What's last? Purple and yellow. So where is our purple? Oh, here is the purple. I'm gonna put that down here by the yellow. Oh, I covered up that sunshine face. How good that looks there. That purple. It's kind of interesting to note that this painting that we ripped apart, look at how the purple and the yellow is in the sky. It's just exactly what we're talking about. The purple and the yellow, they work really well together, right? Let's see. I'm gonna get some yellow over here, don't I? With the purple. These are pretty gold. It's good. Crazy yellow. Okay, what do you think? Basically, we just made the most amazing collage color wheel ever, right? So we got green, blue, purple, red, orange, yellow. We got our primaries and our secondaries. And then we learned about complements. Blue and orange, purple and yellow, and red and green. So I know we kind of made a mess. I got paper everywhere. I'm gonna have to run the vacuum again. Got glue on my hands. But I like to think that we kept it simple, sweetie. And we used stuff that you already had in your house, I hope. I have really had a great time working with you guys. It's been about 45 minutes, and so I am going to leave this here. We can talk a little bit about questions or concerns that you have, but the Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art is probably one of the coolest places we have here in Bedford, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm excited to be a part of this program. So you, my viewers, plus your moms, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, bosses, you can have input. What do you want to learn? Who do you want to talk to? Did I talk too fast? Do you miss Morgan? Let us know. You can post on the Facebook page. You can send Facebook Messenger messages, or you can email them. I found my notebook. I hid it. Here. We want you to send in your work, whatever you made today, whatever you make tomorrow, anytime you're creating while you're home, you can send it to us. We want to feature it in the museum. We'll be putting together some slides so that we can show everybody how creative and amazing you all are, no matter where you're creating from. You might be down the street here in Bedford, or frankly, you might be one of my friends in a foreign country doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So take some time, let us know how we're doing, what you'd like us to do, and then make sure you send us your work. Morgan will be on tonight with Miss Linda for the next class. It will be from 7 to 8 p.m. It is going to be more of a grown-up focused class, kind of a modified paint and sip, meaning beverages are encouraged, even coffee. But she'll be guiding you through a painting of a really beautiful floral, what's it called? The thing that's in your front window. Window box. Sorry, I forgot. But if you haven't watched any of her videos this week, she is spot on. She loves teaching, and she will teach whatever you want to learn. So don't hesitate to ask. And for those of you sharing, coming back and watching, we really appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you back here next week. The schedule's going to be out on Facebook as soon as we get it finalized, but you can count on it. We're going to be back almost every day next week, if not every day, maybe even more than once a day, depending on what we got going on. Okay? So this is Jenny. I want to, on behalf of Michael and Morgan and the rest of the SAMA team, I want to say thanks for tuning in, and I hope you learned something. Take care.